Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And before I begin anything, you know me, I have to thank my wonderful brand new subscriber. I only have one for now, but Aaron Evans, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining the Moster family. Much appreciated. I hope you get what you're looking for from my channel. But thank you very much. So now that that's done, I feel that I should give a couple of disclaimers before I start this thing because I, you know me, my intention is not to offend anybody. This is not necessarily representative of my opinion exactly. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of commentary, and it's not, this is something I seen on the internet. Of course, I'll leave a link to the original video I saw down below it, pinned to the comments down below. But this is basically just kind of a bit of a comedic take on that what a theory, or just it's the Matrix. It's the crazy hot Matrix, as you've seen in the thumbnail. Well, I'm not going to elude, it. Just come right out, and I'm trying to think of the best way to present this. I can hold it like this, and yeah, I can just kind of draw it on there like that, and show you at the same time. So, okay. Now, first of all, when it comes to this line here of what we consider hot or what we consider not, that line again depends on the individual. It's subjective. Uh, what could be a five hot for me? Okay, might that might be a three hot to you, or that could be an eight hot to you. We don't know where your scale lies, you know. So just already off the bat, just remember that is very relative to your scale of how you consider. So I like to point that out because the people who did this one, originally didn't didn't do it properly. They didn't say this is subjective, okay? Because I think that's very important. And yes, we all know that women, okay, this is what basically supposedly what every guy needs to know to about women. A young guy needs to know about women, where to place them on this chart. And of course, you got to go right off the bat that and again subjectively where you're right here, all this area here, okay, is usually is the no go zone. you know, that's the no go zone. You don't go there because yeah, we as a general rule, you don't want to date go out with anybody under you know under that. Okay, now you like above this line could be dangerous. You want something like this is the ideal point right here because all women, as they say, is at least a four crazy and goes to 10. So okay, right up here, just already know that this is your danger zone. Now, the original video had 6.6 million views, so many of you probably going to, watching this probably already knows this already, have probably already seen this video, I mean, the original video already. So I'm not telling you anything new. I'm just giving you my take on it and how I feel about this. Yeah, they say that is girls named Tiffany is hairdressers, redheads, those are the because they're hot, but they're really crazy. So be careful when you're in that zone. You don't want to. Oh yeah, you don't want to get into that zone. I mean, if you do, it's fun. It can be fun, but so already okay from here between what I say eight. No, I would say about a 7.5. I would say personally about a 7.5. Between 5 and a 7.5. Okay, that's your fun zone. You can hang out here, and I mean, you don't you you can live in here pretty much indefinitely. It is not a bad place to be. This and you and there's nothing wrong with girls here. Okay, but you don't really date girls like that. That's not the kind of girls you date. So at around 7, okay, 7 crazy or above, okay, but they're really still above a 7.5 hot. This is your date. This is the date zone. This is what you really want to get into, and start dating and having fun, and taking them out, and you can, that's the girl. Those are the girls you want to bring home to your parents, and so on and so forth. The date zone. But then, if you get them really nice and nice and hot, so between a 6 and I would say 7.5. You can go a good 7.5 crazy, and you know, but so between a 6, yeah, we'll say a 6 and a 7.5. Let's say that's your life zone or life partner. This is the person you really want to be with pretty much for the rest of your life. No, actually, well, actually, 5. Let's get rid of that line. That line's not there. This zone here is your wife's zone, you know. And the sizes don't represent any of the, doesn't represent has no representation of what this chart represents. This is just basically where you're going to locate. And remember, a woman, okay, any woman can just vanish off of this and appear anywhere on this hmm, on this chart. You basically want to keep them below this line. Okay, I mean, these are pretty interesting people, but because they're not crazy, so you can hang out with them. These are good people to hang out with. But yeah, what was I going to say about this chart? Yeah, so this is your wife zone. This is your life partner. This is what you're really aiming for. If you find one of these, which is below a 5, crazy, but there's still, of course, going to be a 4 crazy. This is your unicorns. Your unicorns. And if you find one, capture it, study it, and we'll try to duplicate it, and see what we, it's a specimen to be preserved and studied and really, looked after. But then and I'm just basically paraphrasing the original video. Okay, this is not all my words. So in the video, they're saying that what if they're like they're only like a 3 crazy, between a 3 and a 4 crazy. They're super chill and they're super hot. You know, be careful because that could be a transgender. And if you're into that, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that. I don't want to upset anybody out there. To each their own. I have no problem with any of that whatsoever. I love everybody. I see people as human beings first, as people first, and whatever they you should I know this day and age it's a weird thing, okay, for most of us older people to kind of to try to understand. But it's all about accepting. Please, try to accept why people feel the way they do about the way they are and how they relate to themselves and how they want the world to relate to them, please just respect that as much as humanly possible. Do not just blindly be ignorant because it's different than what you believe that it has to be bad. Never, okay? This is always a message of my channel and what I'm here to do, okay? But at the same time, hopefully entertaining you with this crazy stuff. Now, I don't know how much you guys believe in this, and I don't really want to say, do I believe that this is true? I think there is truth to it. I think there is a certain truth. However you want to measure that scale, like I say, is all depending on this scale, the hot scale, of because your scale is going to be a different scale than other people's. That's the biggest message I want to take away from this. Now, what I find funny, and I think this second part of this is oversimplified. Okay, I don't believe this is true at all. I think it's funny myself that this is what a woman is looking for, or a female is looking for in a male. It is much more complex than that. I'm I would probably do you a third chart, but I don't want to make this episode too long. But here's the funny part, okay? And again, like I said, I don't really believe this, but in the original video that I left down in the comment pinned to the comments below, this is what they were saying. That what a woman is really looking for is on the cute and money scale. And it's very simple. From an 8 up here, okay, and then an 8 up here, you make your lines. Okay, this is a pretty large no-go zone. Okay, that's a pretty large no-go zone. Here is here is your is your marry, where they're gonna marry them. And if you're cute enough but you don't have much money, this is your fun zone. And it's basically just fundamentally that. you know because no matter how what you look like, as long as you have enough money, you're rich enough, you're you know you could be the ugliest person on the planet. Nope, you'll get a woman. And that's that. And I can relate my problem in getting women with to this chart. But no, it's actually much more complicated than that. And maybe in a future video I will give you what I think what I think women are actually looking for in a man. And it's a completely different chart than this one. But that will be probably a future video. It'll be a part two. I will consider that a part two to this Matrix thing here. But anyway, that's it for me. I thought that would be a fun little thing to show. And like I say, I don't necessarily. I mean, I do understand it, and I do agree that this chart is very helpful and probably is pretty accurate. You know, I mean, you tell me how accurate you think it is, if you agree with it or not. And does this offend you? If it does, so what? It's just an interesting concept that I thought I'd share. But always remember how much I love you out there. I'm closing now, but everybody, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.